Hello, my name is Jules, and I chose to talk to you today about genetically modified.
My name is Jules, and I chose to talk to you today about genetically modified.
Hello, my name is Jules, and I chose to talk to you today about genetically modified organisms, otherwise known as GMOs. I discovered negative health effects, environmental damages, and unjust economic issues in the United States surrounding the use of GMOs to be absolutely alarming. No one should eat any products producing GMOs. We don't know what's really in these products. Most of our food in the United States conditions GMOs. A GMO is an organism which has had its DNA specifically altered or modified in some way through a genetic engineering. GMOs have been developed with DNA from another organism, a bacteria, plant, virus, or animal. I noticed numerous items that are labeled non-GMO when I was shopping the grocery store. Foods containing GMOs were not labeled or identified as containing GMO processing ingredients at all. I became curious of why I only saw non-GMO products labeled. This left me with questions: which food items were altered and which ones were not? I researched on the FDA guidelines website and was disappointed to learn that foods containing GMOs are not required to be labeled accordingly. I found that FDA requirements extremely troubling while conducting my research. GMOs are bad for us, and we need to be aware that they are in numerous foods we consume. My first main point is that GMOs definitely affect our health. I discovered a book called The Food Industry. The first chapter identifies how GMO foods affect humans' health in alarming ways. For instance, many children in the U.S. developed life-threatening allergies to peanuts and other foods. The FDA directly links the allergies to children consuming foods containing the GMOs. There is overwhelming evidence cited to claim that introducing a gene into a GMO consumption increases the chance of getting cancer later in life. Based on the U.S. current regulatory scheme, plants and their products may enter our food supply without any testing being involved. There should be safety testing of plants designed to produce biologically active molecules before they have been grown and consumed. I find that very interesting. It is little regulations to be extremely alarming. My second main point is that GMOs have been proven to negatively affect our environment. The majority of GMOs crops have been engineered to be resistant. Farmers are allowed to spray their crops with a toxic cocktail of glyphosate and other chemicals. These chemicals may not harm the crops, but the residue and runoff make it harmful to surrounding ecosystems. The spray is killing insects and importance to our ecosystem and harming animals living near the modified growing plants. And the plants cause cancer and other health problems in the long run. I went on the website www.gardenorganic and found a good article on GMO environmental concerns. The article focuses particularly on GMOs used in crops and the environmental risk. They create this issue is complex, to say the least. GMOs used in consumption is unlikely to go away unless we do something about it. The more we understand the negative effects of GMOs, the higher our strength towards influencing increased safety regulations. We must prevent diseases, encourage governments to support growers, and demand farmers use other less invasive crops cultivation methods. Farmers should not use GMOs in their crops. My third main point is that GMOs cause economic and social injustice. Genetically modified GMO plants, representing a potential threat for environmentally friendly architecture, and human health. and significance knowledge is made available to public concentration health. Hazards posed by unintended modifications occurring genetic manipulation. Low income consumptions are at the highest risk. Major economic fears are forced the risk of license enforcement. This forces farmers to depend on giant engineering companies such as Monsanto for strains when their crops are cross-pollinated. GMO crops are taking over the food industry and are running small farmers out of business that don't carry GMO crops. The fact is, GMOs can help ease nutrition and food security problems in the United States, but pose to serious health concerns that should be ignored, not ignored. Forbes magazine wrote an anti-GMO movement article explaining on how social injustice in the U.S. is a huge problem for GM consumers. Someone who is confused, shoppers, but wants to eat healthy should be able to choose a feel-good label. It's critical to say to inform about the food one consumes. Box labeling currently presents a social injustice in the food industry. We need to be aware of the many dangers associated with GMO products. As I come to an end, I've discussed 3 main points against GMO's health, environment, and economic issues in the social justice in the United States. I felt it needed a voice. I hope I have helped your eyes to the GMOs being a real determination to our future. At the end of the day, we need to be aware of what we eat because most of us care about our health. GMOs are underestimated. The potential risk of GMO plants are recognized in the context of human health. Spread the word about GMOs so we can make a difference in the world, in the United States, but also in the world. Thank you for watching my channel, and I hope I taught you a lot about anti-GMOs. Have a great day!